play a game.
Who could miss the unmistakable sound of the safety valve blowing off? Hello, Mark B. How are you? This is Lady of Province, and this is a demo for the thing on the back of this train, which is the post office garage. So we're going to run this first so people can see it, because the 3 scenarios I'm going to run are all in the dark. I will use some tricks to make sure that you can actually see them. I'm going to struggle, so I'll have my overhead lights turned off, or I'll never be able to see a damn thing. Anyway, let's get out of here. Brakes off. Let's use some of that steam, huh? Off we go. This is a Saint Class. It's a Victory Works engine. And we're running on Riviera in the 50s. We're running in Train Simulator Classic tonight. I just thought it'd be nice to do something a bit different. 31 should do. And put it on the roof. Keep that correct. So how is life in New Zealand today, Mark? When we do the 3 nighttime scenarios, I'll be adjusting it a little bit with some colour correction and gamma modifications, just so you can see what's going on. I'll still struggle. It'll still be dark, but that's okay. Hello, GWP Photography. How are you? We are, in fact, on the Great Western today, on Riviera in the 50s. Andy lad, how are you? I hope you are doing well. And did you get the stuff you asked for the wife when she went shopping? I did. I got a mountain of lollies. It's good. We're going too fast, but don't let that worry anybody. Doesn't worry me, does it? Nah. Let's get some brakes on then, because it wants me to go to be a little bit slower when the post office van deploys. Actually, it's okay at this speed, but we should probably go to the station at the correct speed. Back down to 35. Lots of manual labour in house clearing, indeed. It's problematic. You couldn't tell. Oh. To give you a bit more juice, we don't want to go too slowly. But I wanted to run the demo scenario for this because you might not actually see it happen at night time, and all this animation's cool. They worked really hard on it. But of course, mail trains, generally speaking, ran at night time. So, necessary. But we can watch this stuff happen. So we're nearly there. It's going to pop up an annoying message any second now. Yep, they've noted it. Good. Did they really? Really? Besides, this gets me away from the Xbox for a while. They made it hot today. It was a good little space heater. Yep. It'll work. And we can go back here and watch if we really want to. We'll get to see it all happen live. So we'll stay in nice and close. Hopefully this way we won't get beaten about the head at all. Andy lad is just tired. Your lad's sleeping off his hangover. I'm having a rare kind of sympathetic moment to allow him to stay in bed. Now, here we go. Mailbag's out. Ringing the big warning bell so no one falls out. Putting equipment outside the envelope of the train is an unusual thing. Glump, glump, glump. There we go. All captured. They must have spent so on that animation. Probably spent days on that. So we'll roll into Newton Abbot, even though I've run this scenario before. And it doesn't do anything, but it's the last time you're going to see this during daylight. The best thing you can do for your munchkin, Andy lad, is make him a bacon and egg breakfast. Because the protein and fat really helps. She'll just let entropy do its work in slowing us down. As we coming to arrive at Newton Abbot. A station we are, of course, all familiar with from Train Sim World. But before that, we were all familiar with it from this game. Nothing to wipe my glasses with. T-shirt time. A dirty great fingerprint right in the middle. That's better. It is a nice feature, that's why I wanted to show it. This thing makes sounds like it's got stifter valves, but it doesn't really. But it is why Victory works. They're not too bad on their steam engines. Surely getting him out of bed and making me the bacon and egg sandwich is a better option, so I don't have to do anything. He might throw up in the pan, though. Train Tracer Andy, hello. We've got dueling Andys again. It's become rolling into Newton Abbot, into the relief platform. It's an unfortunate name, really, in this day and age, because relief doesn't mean what it meant in the 1950s. Because in the 1950s, only the uncouth would have talked about such things. You'd have to have a fair bit of trust in the signalman crossing over the lines here. Savory pies. It's the cool thing about vacuum brakes. Put them on, take them off again. As much as you want. And he says, if I had you as a signaller, you'd be going really slow. You think I shouldn't trust you, Andy? Oh, I'm using the reverser, not the brake. Wrong lever. It's alright. Rescued it. It's fine. Look at that. Perfect. Alrighty, that is the end of the scenario. And this is the last time you're going to see any of this during the day, so live it up. Live it up. Quite sure why it's not in the middle of the screen. That's better. All right. Okay, let me out. Let me out. Let me out. Let me out. So, career. And I need to do a couple of things as well. So, we're going to run each of the mail trains. So, there's 3 to run. And I need to make some adjustments. The first one is turning off this because it's going to be dark and I won't be able to see if I don't. And the next is, see what I mean? Dark. Now I've already changed the contrast in the game a bit, which makes it look a little bit unattractive. We have to go back and get into that, but where is my TSC thing? There it is. Filters, turn on color correction. There we go. See, now it looks good for you. It still looks shit for me, but you know, you'll get the idea. See? Looks great for you now, doesn't it? Awesome. Only the game looked that way. All right then, let's get the brakes off, get her into backwards, get her moving just a touch. And then we have to go, whoop, signal behind, pass danger approved, and back we go onto the train. I'm almost tempted to play it watching the OBS window because I can see more. Because to me this train looks like a ghost with the settings I've got. Because I had to make it work for you. GWP Photography says, how come you have scenarios for the King Loco, but I don't on my TSC? I'm missing something. You need the King Loco. If you add the King, you will get scenarios. Right then, off we go. We're off to Penzance. Next stop, Newton Abbot, which is where we just were. Post office reporting exchanges and line-side apparatus. So we have to maintain the speed. And if we have a look down the train, we have 1, 2. Off goes the safety valve. We have sorting coaches, we have resting coaches, and we have the newspaper vans down the back. No Guard though. Where's my Guard's van? And no red light on the back. Ooh, shame on you, Victory Works. Shame on you. Why are you going over there? Stupid Xbox controller. Brakes off, into forwards, and away we go. It's actually about the fluorescent buttons. Did they exist in the 50s? I wonder about that. She does sound magnificent, this thing. Sorry about the lines of banding in the sky. It's sort of an artifact of what I'm doing to make this work. The King is its own add-on, yes. We're already late. delve off into the darkness. Let me take that big bullet point off there. Now I'm hoping the automatic firing works on this, or we're doomed. Because I'm not doing it. Colouring in the game could look so nice at night. It just doesn't. I'm actually feeding it through a colour correction LUT, which is designed for night cinematography in OBS. It's working quite well. But I had to do horrible things to the contrast and brightness in the game to make it pick it up. GWP says, how come you got scenarios to King? We talked about that. Andy says, I went to BGR today, got a small cab ride from Malden platform to the water pipe. Looking forward to working in their workshop in 2 weeks. That'll be good. And Andy Lad says, that'll be the work experience. Hornby Man, hello. This is a Saints class, Hornby Man. Having a lot of issues with work experience. Had to go up there and get the sign and paper instead of online. You know, John is still happy as ever. Good. He is always quite happy. He's a man of many interesting things. As I watch my ghostly locomotive. They've got a guard's van. Why didn't I get a guard's van? Ripped off. Ripped off indeed. How you doing, Invisible Mate? Sounds like you're going okay. I can hear your injector running. There's not much going on down the back, though. We should see some more loading happening soon. Hello, Joseph Bland. How are you? Hello, Ian Bradley. Welcome along. Hornby Man says you like a double header steam engine rail tour. Always good. Saying hello to the signalman, making sure he's awake. Mind you, you'd know he would be. Let's just back off a little bit now because we don't want to accelerate too much more, since we have to keep the speed for our mail delivery. No, this is a post office van, which will deliver and accept mail. So we're going to sit here and watch it, because it's about to do it. We shall see it all happen in its infinite glory. Just remind them we're coming. As though you wouldn't hear them in the middle of the night. Deploying on this one or the one behind? Must be the one behind. Damn it, it deployed on the one behind it. No. Alright, we'll do that a different way. That just told me to fill up the tender with water somewhere, didn't it? And I ignored it. Damn it. Is there someone to fill up the tender here? Or is it Dawlish? Ah, we'll just keep going. It's half a mile. Anybody want to rewind the stream and pause it for a moment so you can read what that message that I just missed without reading it was? Got the green drive. Keep on going, mate. Does sound a bit like we should start slowing down though. Since we're going to be filling our tender somewhere. Makes the best noises, this engine. I don't mind double headers. They're quite a challenge to drive and fire. Chain Tracer Andy, we all know the VR had something like this about our staff system. Yeah, but that was only staff exchange, not email. Not mailbags and stuff like that. So in half a mile, we've got to find something to fill up with in the dark. Brilliant. Oh, here comes something on the right. It's a night-lit church. How about that? Who knew the churches had floodlights in the 1950s? Excellent. The 20s are nice. Smoke comes from everywhere on a 20. Literally, everywhere. What happened to Dawlish being close? Seems to get still making the coasting noises. We should start looking for somewhere to fill the tender. Hopefully there is actually a water tower. Imagine it'll be in the platform. Hornby Man would like to see a 20 and a 37 on tour together. That would be cool. You'd think we would have filled up the tender at the place where we were stable, wouldn't you, before we got on the train? So I'm guessing there's a water tower in this platform somewhere, or a water crane. So we're on the lookout now. I haven't seen one yet. Not on this platform anyway. Anybody seen anything that looks remotely like a water crane? You'd normally expect these things to be on the station, but I guess not. So off we chuff. It is nice hearing steam engines at night, yes. It's nicer when they shut up and stop blowing their safety bells, though. The wall and the boots. Its safety valve shouldn't still be open. Not with half the throttle. Have to go and get water from the village with a bucket. Make sure I don't end up with fish in the tender. Yes. In our Thomas days, we used a lobster. Fireman's decided to open the door to try and get some cold air in to shut the safety valve up before the driver punches him in the head. Yep. I haven't seen any kind of water tower though. Makes me sad. Oh well, let's bang it. What could go wrong? What could go wrong? Better shut your firebox door, mate. Safety valve shut up now. You're going to get cold boiler. I've developed the script for my next video, which is using all the comments from the video on why Running Train and Train Sim World were different, to make a new video on the future of Train Sim World. Purely based on speculation, of course. Will there be a water crane at Dawlish Warren? We can hope, eh? Kind of hopeful there's one here somewhere. Can't see one yet. No, we're not going to be in a platform track anyway. So even if there is one here, we can't get to it. Great. Open her up again. Wow, look at the bright sea. Unless there's one coming up around here somewhere. What is it about old mate and his safety valve here? I think we've got some blooming algae. There, we should try and get to... Get back to the second post office carriage this time. Can't. Well, that's useless. They should have put that on the first post office carriage so you can actually see it. That's really annoying. What's the point of running a mail train if you can't see anything? Anyway. Teignmouth in 4 3/4 miles. Is there a crane down here? See if there's water in this station. We can hope. Because I just know, since the scenario said you should probably get water, if we don't get water, we're going to be screwed. Holy Trucker says it doesn't look good for TSW. I think console players are going to abandon it. Well, I'd be a bit surprised because most of the content still works, but they're not going to be happy about the current content. No. Anything that looks remotely like a water crane anywhere? Not yet. There's one in that platform. There. Where's mine? Do I have to unhook and go over there? Or is there one at the end of this platform? Could we be that lucky? Not looking promising, is it? There isn't one. Bummer. They're screwed now. They're going to go up the hill with no water. No water, boss. Ah, well. What are you going to do, eh? Unless there's one up here somewhere. On the green. Better get some speed up before the hill, eh? Andy says, I don't think console players will abandon TSW as there's no competitor for them to move over to. This is correct. And Holy Trucker thinks, I think Dovetail knows and will be forced to make a new train sim on UE5 now. Performance is better for console and DLC pause limitations. Well, I reckon they're doing that anyway, dude. It's nothing to do with the current issues. I've been saying that for about a year. I love the glowing sea, the artifact from my playing with the colours. Maybe there'll be one at Tynemouth. We'll see. Let's be honest, console player Paul, do a poll and see which console players sway things you are, and by 2SW7 on console release now is silly for a new version of CSW7. Oh well, get used to it. It's coming. That I can just about guarantee you. This is purely my speculation, of course. But, you know, given we've had one every year now for a few years, I don't see that's going to be different, really. There is no way a train with 79% on the regulator is going to blow its safety valve. It's got to have a little bit of slowness for Tynemouth. Done. I'll just keep rolling and see if there's a water crane here, because if there is, I'll stop. Maybe you have to unhook and run around to the tower all through the case. I expect the scenario to tell you to do that. Yeah, and they tend to get upset when you unhook from trains that you shouldn't have. Is there one here at Tynemouth? I don't remember. I don't see one. That looks like a no. Orc says TSC logic says otherwise, yes. And yes, it has been nearly a year, Harley Trucker. Surprised YouTube lets you say that, actually. Hornby man likes the English River Express. I'd just like a water crane, that's all I want. The town looks nice, doesn't it? In the distance there. Looks nice for you anyway, it looks pretty bad for me, but, you know. I'm actually looking in the OBS preview to try and find a water crane. Because it'll stand out there. Won't for me. Yeah, the sea is purple. Interesting. Quite pretty. Now we've got a post office thing coming. What I could do is there's the post office. Oop, got it. I made it just in time. Oh, finally it shuts up. Newton Abbott, 2 AM in 4 miles time. Surely we've got enough water for that. It's only 4 miles. Surely. Let's go with our purple sea. Andy Ladd said if DTG really wanted to get ahead of the game and set themselves up for the next number of years, the top train sim, they should start thinking about learning UE6 and skip UE5. UE6 is still vaporware though, it doesn't really exist yet. And Ian says, I think with all the issues DTG are having with TSW, it'd be crazy for them to release W7. They will anyway. Andy said, who's going to say Paul's face looks like it's in hell at sometimes? Oh, that's my coloured stick lights. They change colours. Go down the back of the train where it's not so noisy. Got a tail lamp now. Woohoo! Night shadows. Interesting. Hornby man says if the steam engine runs out of water, put a diesel on it. No diesels on this route, mate. They're not allowed. They don't exist yet. Well, that's not quite true. Bit more. Bit more. Andy says, watch it go bang about 200 metres from the station, knowing you're like, yeah, probably. This is a pro locomotive, it will do that. But it'll just pop up a little thing and said, bang. Yep. Better go back up the front, because that signal said the next one's at red. So I can barely see the signal coming up, and I don't know that it's red, to be honest. Those lights look green to me. I'm looking on the preview trying to see. Yep. So why did the advance say they were red? Bastards. Use even more water. We're running out of water, but we're going full regulator anyway. Because we can. We get a snop at Newton Abbot. On the green. Nice sparkly lights thanks to the special effects from the LUT. And he says, I'm expecting him to go pop when we finally find a water stand. Now we've made it to the station without blowing up. Benjamin says, I'd say it's more down to focus than his DTG when they released 3 Simper 7 or not. No, I wouldn't think so. I don't think focus actually apply any pressure to DTG at all from what I've seen. The only thing focus are going to want is profit. And look at focus. How many seasons of SnowRunner have we had now? They like their seasonal games. Are we going on? That's the question. I don't think so on this one. I think it stops here. Yeah, it does. Where the driver turns to his fireman and goes, mate, you knew we were stopping here. What are you doing? That's it. Noisy bastard. I think the Class 8 over the 39 Hornby Man. Andy Ladd says, from what I've seen from developer blogs and blogs, UE6 isn't as big of a development jump from UE5 compared to the jump from 4 to 5. Yeah, I do tend to agree with that. Given they already have 5 experienced Metro rivals and friendly with Epic, they could make the jump. Yeah, they might. Depends how risk adverse they want to be, I suppose. That's funny that it kept making noise. All right then. Let's run the next one, the local mail, and then we run the one that says the same as the one we just ran, but in the other direction. Alrighty. I think this one's 5:54 in the morning. Holy Trucker says, who hasn't touched Running Train since the first week it came out? Oh, I've played it again. Ooh, look what happens to that. Let's turn the filter off for a moment. Oop. Actually, we don't need the filter. It's daytime. Yay! Okay. We shall leave the filter off then, I think. Today you're driving 2942 Fawley Court at the head of the local mail service to Kingswear. You'll be performing mailbag exchanges at Newton Abbot and Langford Bridge and stopping for passengers at Torquay, Payton, Churston and terminating at Kingswear. By collecting passengers here at Newton Abbot, your departure time is 5:55. So are we in the platform? We are. There we go. And where's our little mail van? Oh, it's the front one this time. This is nice. Good. We'll get to see it actually work. Oh, we can go inside. Ooh. There's your sorting racks. No sorting people, though. But, you know, people weren't the strong point of Train Sim Classic, really. Man, they're optimised. Surprise! Uh-oh, I'm in someone's head. Very Asian for the 50s. He looks kind of dead to the world, doesn't he? Where is this train? There it is. Payton Dairies. Oh, it's time to go. On the green drive. Got the right away from the guard. Looks like this loco doesn't have Victory Works' slip mechanics, because they're evil. Bit heavy, though. Off we go. Start linking it up a little bit. Holy Trucker says, I was to ask that one. Benjamin says, why does Thomas have sparks flying from his wheels if he's braking like a mad bastard? Because he often is. Haha, you got stuck. Fully caught, people. Gratuitous bridge shot. Perfect. On the green, guys. Here comes the exchange, so let's pop back there and watch it. No, that's no good. Alright, we can see half of it. Hang on. Right, we'll see it that way. Boom. There we go. Another one coming up. Langford Bridge. On the green. Left-hand green drive. And a bridge to nowhere that has no reason for being. Can I get there? Can I get there? Oop. Torquay at 605. More power, driver. Up the hill we go. I know I'm only supposed to do 50, but I'm going to keep accelerating at this point because we're going up a hill and we're going to lose the speed sooner or later. Combi Man says, why do you like the 08? Because it's awesome. It's the first diesel electric locomotive. It set the future. It was the first of its ideas. A little too early in history perhaps, but it set the scene for every single diesel to come. Benjamin says, Gronk for life. Andy Ladd says it wasn't deemed risky though when they started using UE4 for TSW. Technically CSX heavy haul. Is that is reasonably new software, so tell me they aren't afraid of taking that risk. Oh, I don't think they're afraid of it. And they may do it. I mean, who knows? If I looked at the organisation I work for, I'd tell you there's not a chance in hell they'd do it. Ian says, have you got water? Who cares? This is a different scenario. We're going to assume yes. See, it's a good thing I kept the power on, isn't it? Because we're starting to lose it going up the hill. And we've got the full thing. Clearly, no one's told the copper thieves about that wire. And I'm told GWR, their practice is to get it to about 20% on the reverser when they're linking up, which is a bizarre practice from my point of view, but okay. If that's what they did, that's what they did. Oh, nice little pannier. Nice and rusty like it should be. Very, very short cut-off. I'll be curious to see how it does with this. It's not got any power on this cut-off, that's for sure. I don't know what KR models are, Hornby men. I know what JR are. Means there's a post office thing coming. Just keep the regulator just cracked, just to keep the juices flowing in the cylinders. Love those fences and the floating one. It's one of those things, people think floating assets are new to DTG. I give you Riviera. Floating assets are not a new thing. Look at us going way too fast. I suppose I should do something about that, shouldn't I? Left-hand green drive. Straight on through this one. Do need to bring her under control for Torquay down though. JR models are the licensed models of the JR Railway in Japan. I think they're made by Kato. Mr. Safety Valve's at it again. And they've got it right though, because the fireman's only in his shirt and the driver's in a long coat. Left-hand green drive. Or as we do in our railway. There's words under that bridge. I'll have to go back and look at that after we stop. Green on the departure. Just leave him stopping there because I want to go back and look at that bridge. Whee! This one. Is it this one? It's got words in there, look. Wonder if we can... Platform? Something? There's signs. What a strange thing to have under a bridge. Look at the other side. Yep, that's got words too. Bridge platforms 2 and 3. Do you get the impression they're probably supposed to be up here somewhere? Maybe? You would think? Oh well. Time to go. Lady's getting wet over there. You're off to get a sausage and an egg back for breakfast. Enjoy, Benjamin. We'll see you a bit later, hopefully. And he says, yeah, it has as well. Had to get the bridge level. Yeah, just shim it with a couple of signs, you reckon? We go in young Foley Court. Penny for painting. Keep adjusting our reverser. Build up a bit of monumentum for the up bubble. This developer must have made the later trains in TSW. On the green. So much quieter back here. He's working pretty hard. On the green. Just gotta scare the girlie. We're back with the savoury pies again. Now with more meat. What did they have before? Sawdust. Oh, look at that. Is passengers sitting in trains unique to Train Sim World? No. Good old yard passengers. We're a minute late. So anybody that thinks yard passengers are going to get fixed in Train Sim World, I bring you Train Sim Classic. Clearly, all the yard passengers. So they're not a new thing. No. Clearly, no one actually cares. Why do we have to stop all the way up there when the station's all the way back there? So there's more buggers walking for the train and we're going to leave because it's time to go. Come on. Off you go. There we go. Sorry, buddy. Missed your train. This goes, I can make it! I can make it! I can make it! We'll just keep going at this pace to give him the shits. On the green and the green again. They certainly do, Andy. The fireman on this route needs some retraining to stop the safety valves blowing off. Wrong lever. Right lever. Bathing boxes. Oh, finally it shuts up. Climb our way up the hill. I suspect this loco has a script fault, handy lad. And knowing Victory Works, there's probably a patch for it on their website that they've never bothered to submit through Steam. Because there's a few of the third parties had one thing in common, is they got their route or loco out there through Steam, but they did all the patches manually. So they didn't have to pay Steam fees. Because in TSC you could. That doesn't work so well in TSW. Gratuitous bridge shot number 1. Complete with, that's no moon, that's a space station. But then we have to get ready for gratuitous bridge shot number 2. Which has got an advanced signal at stop. Ooh. Well, that's terrifying. We are supposed to be stopping at Churston too. Bridge is out, driver. Oh, that's all right. We'll just fang it. We'll jump. She'll be right. Red on the distant, driver. Green on the arrival. The signalling's a bit balked in this, because that advance shouldn't have been red if this one's green. Gotta say hello to your mates. Especially if they're being held because you're going into their platform. It's the way. Ian Bradley says, should I get TSW7 on Steam or just stick with PC Xbox to go ahead and buy it? There's no difference to getting it on Steam and Xbox, because if you go to the Microsoft Store on your PC, you can download TSW. It's exactly the same as getting it off Steam. So your Xbox licensing already qualifies you on PC. So I wouldn't bother switching over to Steam. That won't make any difference for you, and you won't be able to have your DLC. So I'd just use your Xbox entitlements with the Microsoft Store on PC. Are they going to get in the post office ban? There's a question. Doesn't look like it. Just follow the vanishing ladies as they climb into first class and simply disappear. As you do. Releasing the brakes might help, eh? Holy Trucker says, have you seen that movie, nasty movie, virus-infected train gets sent off an unfinished bridge in the end to kill the infected? No, I haven't. And he says, such a smooth jump and landing, I didn't even spill my tea on board. Excellent. And Ian will stick with PC Xbox. And he says, I have TSW via the Microsoft Store myself on the PC. Never had any issues with it. Also allows my kids to play it on their Xbox when they're in the mood. Cassandra Crossing. Let's see if it's on YouTube Premium. And yes, it is. The whole movie's on YouTube. Sam69, I don't have any issues with Train Sim Society. What makes you think I do? Ooh, floating fences, yay! Holy Trucker reckons it's a good movie. Looks like they kill some German trains. let gravity do the rest. Safety valve blowing off in 3, 2, 1, in the tunnel. No, amazing. A little bit more then. At least it didn't go off in the tunnel. Oh, finally a brake application that's working. Sam says, didn't you both release videos of each other? Yeah, we did. But welcome to the world of YouTube. Nice little sailboats. Andy Led says, goddamn safety valve. Yeah, we'll stay up here. It's not nearly as noisy up here. We've got another night run coming up after this one, I think. We'll go back to using the gimmick. I have got the graphics of the game turned up quite bright too. Holy Trucker says the film is about a viral outbreak on board a cross-European train that heads to a derelict arch bridge, which is liable to collapse. And Andy goes, spoiler! It was this year, Holy Trucker. Let's get some slowage happening. I have got this working with my TSCX, so I am using that if you wonder why I keep reaching over here. That's where it is. Red on the advance. As we roll through the halt. Yeah, you've probably seen it, Holy Trucker. You probably commented on it. Coming into Kingswear, which is the last stop for this one, and then we'll do the night one going in the opposite direction to what we did earlier. Give it 100%, see if it shuts it up. Nah. Green on the arrival. We'll have a look at that king and see if I can figure out where it comes from. but I'm pretty sure it's a DLC on its own. Green again, drive. That guy's waiting on his signal there for us to leave. There he goes. It's got a nice big chuff, that one. That one's not a Saint. That one's a Castle. Perfect. Hey, wow. We're actually in the platform. Yep, we're definitely in the platform. Literally. Here's that nice little pannier. A little duck. Now, let's see if I can find that king on Steam for you, because I'm pretty sure it's a Steam DLC. So if I go into my DLC, I know you can't see what I'm doing at the moment. Apologies. Manage DLC. King. Don't have it separate. I wonder what it comes in. Let's go into the Steam store and just search for King Class, because it might come in another route. So King Arthur Class Lemuel, but I don't own that one, so it's not coming from that one. I don't see. You can get the Jubilee. Wonder why I haven't got it. Lol. Oh, I don't actually see a DLC for it either, so I wonder where it comes from. See if we can figure it out in the game where it comes from. Right, back to Korea. Viking, very good. King. GWR King Class. So it does just come from Riviera by itself. All right. Wonder if there's more standard scenarios for it. But anyway, let's keep going on Riviera, and we've got another post office one to do. Down we go for the Saint. This one's supposed to be hard. Crisp winter's night, so slippery. That's why it'll be hard. You can't park there. Yeah, you're not wrong. Well, they do say you have to be in the platform, you know. It's important. Now, I think we'll need the super brights on for this, so we'll get that ready. Yep. Weep. There we go. Super brights on. You're driving 2929 St. Stephen at the head of the nightly Great Western Travelling Post Office up from 1840 Penzance to Paddo. The train is made of a brake coach, 3 TPO sorting vans, 2 TPO baggage vans, and 2 Siphon G vans that were added at Plymouth. You are currently stopped outside Aller Junction. Next stop is Newton Abbot to have another brake coach attached. When the signal clears, begin by driving Newton Abbot and stopping on the up through. Well, signal's clear. Go gentle or she's going to slip like a bastard. There we go. This is even darker than the first one, isn't it? Much. The town round the corner. Chris Martin, hello there, welcome along. Like someone else rolling into Newton Abbot in front of us on the off the other branch there. I don't know if you can see them in the distance. Low Tech, hello. Have you heard any details on the Thomas Lodd issue? No, I didn't know there was a Thomas Lodd issue. Is the issue you're talking about that the stuff's got a very low distance of depth of field? Or is there something different? Ian's going to go get the Sunday dinner sorted. See you again soon. Very nice, mate. Enjoy it. You mean the blurry background, so the limited depth of field? No, I haven't heard anything about that. It's actually better on console than it is on PC, which is bizarre because you'd expect it to be the other way around. But no, I haven't heard about any changes for that, which is a bummer because, you know, it would be a lot nicer. Now, is it going to attach a van, or do I have to do it? No, I have to do it. Left-hand green drive. To be honest, I've kind of given up asking Jamie about that. We should have a red up here somewhere. It's interesting that script can't play injector and brake noises at the same time. I assume we have to go get that. Or some other train's coming in that's going to give us something. Normally, the station pilot would bring the brake coach and couple it to the rear of the train, but due to bad weather, the pilot is not available at this time. You've been given permission to drive past the Newton Abbott branch platform just before the signals at the end of the bridge. You should then reverse into the platform and couple to the brake coach. So that platform there. And what have we got on our signals up here? We do have a green. I've seen the train, and I've seen Silver Streak too. There's quite a lot of good old train movies. His son's awake, can't really say he's alive yet. He feels like crap, looks like death warmed up, but at least he's sort of moving. Follow him around with that bucket. It'd be funny if they're holding that guy while we do this. Where's the points? There. Where's the lever on the points? They're automatic points, aren't they? Interesting. We'll have to set them using the map. Assuming we can. So we're up there, and we need to go back into... Oh, it looks like it's actually set them for us. Look at that. It does appear like it has. Okay. Back we go. That was the oiler, holy trucker. It just stopped the oil flow into the bearings on the axles because it used mechanical oiling. Is that a signalling chickie calling us back there? Nice gentle touch. No, it even coupled it by the looks of it. Or did it? No, we bounced. Gotcha. The coach has been coupled. Drive non-stop Exeter, allowing the post office staff to make TPO exchanges at Tynemouth, Dawlish and Exminster. The first TPO exchange is in 5 miles. Lovely. So where is our TPO thing? If we go 5, will we end up in it? Why are we going backwards? Stop that, you. Stop it. All right. Where is the first one? Oh, it's way back there somewhere. So if I go to a 5 camera, it's going to put me in a passenger coach. So we won't see them. That's a pity. Anyway, what head codes have we got on this thing? Oh yeah, normal. Off we go to all points elsewhere. Come on, you. Too much. About there'll do. He says, I'm just leaving him to relax in bed at the moment with some toast and orange juice and see how he goes later. Maybe this time he will learn, although knowing him, probably not. No, probably not. Green! And green! Double green! Is that even allowed? Oh, once in advance. That's alright then. Where is this thing? It's a long bloody way away. Offer him a bucket with one hand and a pork pie with the other hand, Andy lad. See what happens. Nice cold pork pie. On the green. Will we stay on time? The line must curve back on itself here somewhere. It's been saying half a mile for a while, hasn't it? It's another one. Because it's certainly not 0.57 miles away. Andy-led and stuff like that. If there's any pork pies in the house, they are mine and mine only. I have to admit, I have to eat a pork pie hot. I can't eat them cold. Something tells me we don't need to worry about going too fast. Although we are still accelerating very slowly. That's probably the one good thing about working in a pub that wasn't being paid. Every Sunday morning there was a great big tray of bacon and a great big tray of eggs and the toast machine waiting for all the people who were sleeping it off. He was a good bloke, our cook. He understood shit. Ollie Trucker says, made about talking about pies, I bought an Aussie brand pie called 4 and 20 as I cooked. The song came to me, so stop eating, they are well known to you. Yeah, we call them rat's coffins. They're not terrible. And he says, do you prefer pork and pickle or pork and apple yourself when you have them? I didn't even know they came in other varieties, so there you go. I've learned something. Pork and apple would be nice. I can see that. Pork and pickle would probably work okay. Something acidic to cut the fat would be good. Let's go and find this exchange, shall we? And so here's the station. Where's the exchange? Surely it's not all the way around here. Oh, bugger me, it is. Look at that. Little postman standing here by the beach. Why would they cart the mail all the way out here? That just doesn't make sense. Oh well. Train's through the platform, coming through the tunnel now. Ollie Trucker says 4 and 20 is a song about baking blackbirds in a pie, and it struck him as I cooked it. It struck you. You'll be here at Tesco and get yourself some of each. Could do that. Prepare for thump. Only one bag today. Dawlish. Not going to be stopping at Dawlish though. Yeah, you would think the exchange was by the station, not at the bottom of a cliff. I can understand why it wouldn't be in the station. Swallowed by the darkness. Kinjitsuka. Cool way of delivering them out. It is indeed. As we roll along the Dawlish beaches. In the dark. And if you want to know what it looks like for me, let me do this. When we're back out of the tunnel again. So if I turn off the color correction, that's what I'm looking at. Yuck. Let's go and watch the next one, because we can. Is this one in the station? No, it's still up further. There it is. You reckon they'd put some lights on it for the scenery? Light your light, buddy. He's got a couple of bags up there, and we'll see what turns up in the net. Oomph. Success. Where's my success message? You may want to fill the water using the water troughs between Starcross and Exminster. How do you even do that? Train Simulator Classic Victory Works. Fill tender from water trough. Control T. Okay. Alright then. When we find these mysterious troughs, we will press Control T. And spray water everywhere, no doubt. Seems fair. Going through the other train as usual. On the green. In fact, both this road and the one next to me have green signals. Go figure. We should be dropping off some more mail shortly, but so I'm just keeping an eye out for these troughs. I wonder how they stop them getting frozen in winter. Interesting thought. No, light isn't free, Kinjutsuga. It's not indeed. But you'd think you'd have a little kerosene lantern or something if you didn't have an electric light. I like the little ramp that makes the bell ring. Saving little penny little on lamp oil so the fascists can earn the big bucks. Oh, fat cats. Fat cats. I don't know why I read fascists instead of fat cats. I've not seen these mystical troughs yet. Only allowed to do 70 mile an hour with the post office train. On the green. Andy says ideally they should mark the troughs on the track monitors so you knew where they are, especially with this being a night scenario. The troughs, Kinjitsuka, it's a way of getting water into a steam engine without stopping. But I haven't seen them yet. Oh, maybe this is them. This is them. Control T. How do I know if it's working? Oh, we're getting water spraying everywhere. That's how we know it's working. It's probably going into the carriage behind us, you know. And this is the end of the trough, so Control T to stop taking water. That makes sense. It is quite a cool idea. I do wonder how well it would work close to the sea like that, because surely it would end up with salt water in it. On the green. Look out, Exminster, coming through. Yeah, it is nice, Andy Led, that they modelled that as well as the mail drops. I'm not sure if the mail drops are there before you buy this loco. I don't remember seeing them before, but, you know, maybe it's because I've never had to use them. So you can be really crass and rude at this point and say that this sign up here that says smoking is all about these. Smoking. On the green. Kenjitsuka says, gotta love the Victorian engineering solutions. They did come up with some good stuff, didn't they? Up close and personal. Boom. Next stop is at Exeter, where 2 Siphon G vans will be added to the rear. They certainly did understand pointy in the 1950s. But the only trouble with the understanding of the great pointy brassiere is it would have led to disappointment. Just under 3 miles to Exeter. Where we just stop. Seriously, it says they're going to add some vans, but, you know, We just stop there. We don't do anything else. Yes, TSC passengers are a little stiff. Green on the advance. There's some great little port scenarios down there. And he says they probably still work slightly better than none a well-known train game. Yeah. Well, I've never seen a TSC jetpack passenger. It always amused me that the way they fixed those was to delete them when they got over a certain acceleration, rather than just finding out why they take off and fixing it. Green it is. Tam Walker, thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Tam says, for all the great streams, even smaller ones, which I prefer anyways, even now not been talking. Your internet went down, Hornby man. That's no good. Glad it came back. It's kind of terrible when it happens these days. We feel quite lost without it. Oh, this fella looks a bit serious. Safety valve. No safety valve. I don't know if Benjamin's still here. And he really do wish DTG would hire someone from outside agency to come in and try and fix the passengers. That would be good, I think. They've got a guy that's been doing some relatively good character work for them, but I think they could do more. That'll do, I think. Now, I don't know if Benjamin's still here, but at the Didcot Steam Centre, there is one of these for filling up your trains. Big coal piles and the dump skips that you push up to the edge, and they run over a little track. It's hard to see now because of the scenario thing, but they run over a little track and dump into the tender. There we go. Sadly, the travelling post office has fallen by the wayside, which is, it is just sad, really. What time is it? 9:03. Well, we've done all the post office scenarios, so I think we need to do a king, don't we? Let me turn off the brightness thing, though, because it's a bit ook. There we go. Brightness off. And I should put the settings back as well. So we want to turn the ambient light back down again. And brightness down just a touch. And save. And that should be better, I think. Let's do the king. Hornby man, hat on a bridge, and the steam engine blows steam and you can't see it. Oh, when you're doing photos. Uh-oh. Where's my engine? Well, there's something coming. Maybe we can kidnap it. Maybe it's coming to get me. I can certainly hear something moving. It's hard to tell which side it's coming from, though. Now I can't hear it. It's gone. So I don't think we are taking the kin out for a spin. Hello, Sean. So I guess we miss out on the king. It didn't work. Bum. We'll take something else. Give feedback for the scenario. How about a thumbs down? It didn't work. That must be a workshop scenario. Ah, well. I wonder if I've got any standard ones for the king. They do happen sometimes. There we go. We've got some kings. So that one's Collet Coaches racing to Riviera. Kingswear and back, tripping down to Kingswear. Let's do this one. We've got time for this one. That'll be all right. Go. See if this works any better. Maybe the King class comes with the route and there's no scenarios for it, Andy. So you have to get workshop scenarios. That wouldn't surprise me. Well, it sounds like we've got a train this time. There we go. King Edward I. We should probably load our passengers at the up relief platform while something else takes off over there. So we have King Edward I. Was he an evil Edward or a good Edward? There was a bit of variation among the Edwards. We'll have to wait and see what this one sounds like. Looks like it's got good smoke, though. Cab looks okay. The controls, yes, the controls, you can play with them. We'll leave automatic firing on, though, because I really couldn't be bothered in games, because, you know, real life. So we'll take Kinky Eddie out for a spin. Grumpy is looking forward to next week's JT route. I don't have it yet. And it's actually going to cause the ambassadors a bit of a drama because we've got a patch and we're going to have that route in the same build. So I've asked if, does that mean we can show it or not? We'll have to wait and see, won't we? Wait and see. Hornby man hates it when steam engines on the rail tour break down and the tour gets cancelled. It does happen a little bit. They're old. They're also rather easy to break. Passengers have boarded and you are clear to depart. We do have a green signal, don't we? Yes, we do. What a glorious clanking. Gratuitous Bridge Shots, Inc. Stretching his legs. Green. Regulator on the roof, standard GWR practice. Green on the advance. And he says Edward Longshanks is widely considered one of England's most effective and competent monarchs, although his legacy is deeply controversial. Did some good stuff, but some really nasty shit. Most kings do. It's a royal family thing. Because if you think of it now, when they say, you know, there's an entitled person, what they mean is they behave like a king. Just do whatever they want. Hey, look, she's still there. Smoking. Starting to get hyped for the new JT route. And Tam Walker says, I say the new JT route looks great. Whenever I go back to TSW after I can be asked playing again, I get it. Love the era. The next route, Cumbrian Coast, is one I'm really buzzing for. I'm actually particularly looking forward to Cumbrian Coast too, because it's a totally new area that no one's touched. I think it'll be great. But I'm looking forward to the next one because really slow coal trains. I know I'm not normally a freight kind of guy, but for some reason they appear to me. They appeal, I should say. I can have my lights on again, can't I? I'll say hello to the signalman in the box. It's got two whistles. Because you do get a little peep, but it plays a long one as well. I imagine it'll be in the 90s, Grumpy. Mid-80s, says Andy. I stand corrected. Yes, 80s, not 90s. Tynemouth, next stop. There's some nice smoke happening there with the fireman putting on a fresh charge for the station departure. You always want to put on a fresh charge for a station departure, even if you've got plenty of steam already. Because if the driver slips, he'll blow your fire out through the funnel. And if you've got a fresh charge on, there's something to hold it back and something to still be burning after the fact. Yeah, it's JT, Grumpy. Nice little Sentinel sitting over there. He's hoping I come in on this platform, eh? Because this will go poorly if I come in on the other platform. Let the little people in and out. Where do I pre-order, says Grumpy. Andy says, I think all the JT TSW routes are set in 1986, so I imagine the Cumbrian coast will be the same for route hopping continuity. Yeah, could be. It's a bit of a long wait here. Oh, we're early. Me? Early? What? That never happens. Oh well, let's look at train then. Hello. How you doing? Morning. G'day. Where's the poor people carriages? Oops. That looks unfortunate. Looks like she's lost her baby or something. Oh, they're all like that. Weird. What were they meant to be holding, do you think? Ooh, that's even weirder. That's like someone else's head in her head. They're all the same. I think it's like 3 character models. Oh well, life. Bertie! It's Bertie the bus. And around here there's a little sentinel. Is it actually? Yes, I think so. Head off down the high street, which is quiet and dull and has holes in it, apparently. Not that you're ever meant to come up here. There's a skeleton in the window. With an estate agent. Excellent. There you go. Just pies. Must be good, eh? Should actually sit in mid-gear in a platform, really. It's the right thing to do. Cumbrian Coast, I would think, would be 7. Guy looked like the mysterious stranger from Fallout. And Bertie has a new coat of paint. As you were buggered by prescriptive text. Ooh, the engine shed's open. What's in here? Nothing. Good. How about over here? Nothing. Is it time to go yet? Must be nearly. Ooh, how naughty am I? Watch that first step. There's a whole 2 coaches not in the platform. But they were never going to fit, were they? Wouldn't matter if I'd stopped half an engine length further. They still wouldn't have fit. Never mind. It's fine. It's almost time to go. I haven't got any headlights on. 2 little white ones. Not that they ever put them on during the day, generally. Hello, Rails. Welcome along. We've done all our post office runs and we're just taking the King class out for a spin. Because we can. Hey, wheel slip. Maybe we won't use all the King's power. She got mad. Dawlish is our next stop. Still happily accelerating. Oh, I like a little flame, keeping the gauge lights lit up. On the green again. See if I can time this right. Can watch the wavies going in and out. And people that made this were probably so happy with themselves, you know. It still looks all right 20 years later. As we wait. Is it usable? It is usable. This is the town with the pub, isn't it? Like just up here somewhere, there's a pub. Well, there's one of them anyway. One of the towns has a pub in the station. Dawlish. This is the town's sewage heading out to sea. The central dining rooms. What do you reckon clerks sell? It's the meat boy. Ah, this would have been called the smoke shop these days, selling the... For the Aussies in the chat, you'd remember Bill and Ben, the flower pot men, and... Almost time to go. Let's start charging the brakes. Should hold them about there. Then when it's time to go, we can. I think we already have the green. Yes, we do. And he said, if I remember correctly, it's Starcross that had the pub in the station. Could be. You could just imagine him hopping off the loco and going getting a cooling ale and then back onto the loco again. Off goes the king, nice and mighty. Did any king survive? Dawlish Warren is next. Imagine if we had these nice locos in TSW. Who, me? Would I almost stop the loco just to get a nice big puff of black smoke out of it? Maybe. That'll annoy the signalman. Hey, drop that back in my face, bastard. I like the way the smoke in TSC actually goes with the wind. Doesn't do that in TSW. It just sits there. Oops. Now, does it think I passed that signal? I wonder. I guess, yeah, I think it does, looking on the map. Ah, we'll just go. What could happen? What could happen? Yeah, it thought I'd passed it already. She is a slippy beast. On the green, past the little camping cabins. This amazing need people have to go down to the beach and situate themselves this far from someone else. Is that really necessary? Starcross pub, next stop. Cold ale, anyone? Not openable. Bum. Sounds like a good plan, Andy. Nice pint with your lunch. You can drink it in front of your kid and see if he throws up. We'll pretend that'll do. I'm guessing that's the pub. Looks kind of like a pub. Your water supplies are run low. You must use the troughs. There you go. We'll get to see him in daylight this time. He's gone back to sleep. You can leave him now for a couple of hours to see if he improves. She certainly didn't like giving her 80%. Five minutes to do 3 miles. We'll see if this is possible. What is the time here? 9:43 p.m. Gonna have to go pretty hard to make that. We'll give it a crack. Hectic Jojo, welcome along for guard. Thank you for joining. I think Hornby Man Westerns are more impressive for their clag. There we go. What do you mean it was destroyed? I pulled it up before we got there. Oh, we're stopping, aren't we? You know, I'm just going to say blue Hornby man. I didn't know they wore pants anyway. Exminster up platform. Christopher Honeywell, hello to you. You broke your train. It'll be tea and biscuits with the fat controller when you finish your shift. Yes. Be the fireman anyway, not the driver. What have we got here in this little yard? Some little vans. King Richard III. No shortage of different carriages here. Hornby man says you never see a Class 50 on the back of a rail tour. I don't think there's that many Class 50s in operation, is there? I think West Somerset's got one. I think the railway at Bury got one. And I think Seven Valleys got one. Hornby man says Steam Full Puff is nice to watch. It is. Andy says, I guess there's no mainline certified 50s. That's why you don't see them, probably. But I don't think there's many of them either. Nope, she lost it. How did you run away with your train at 30% cutoff? Too powerful, beastie. Too powerful. On the green, just before the bridge. What do we got left on this one? Exeter St Thomas and Exeter, not too many left. She is a slippery one, that's for sure. Christopher Honeywell says, my name is Christopher Honeywell. I kind of guessed that, mate. It's sort of, that's kind of what you say. Zombie Man says you never see a BR glass green 50. No, I think they're all blue. All the ones I've seen anyway. There may be some other ones kicking around, but I don't know there's others operating. And of course, knowing my luck, every time I say something like that, someone goes, oh, you forgot about this one. I go, oh, yeah. Oh, well. We're going to get there early again at this rate. It's a bit of a hill coming up, so we may lose this earliness. I don't think my train's invisible, Christopher. And it's got a name. It's called King Edward the First. As we clank our way in towards Exeter St Thomas. On the Green Drive. My next shift is the 24th of March on the Garrett. Doing a train of lights that weirdly does not appear to be advertised to anybody. But, you know, railway's full of weird and wonderful things. I have a faint suspicion what it probably is an empty car service up to Lakeside, not a run to General. But we'll see. We will see. If it's a proper run, I'll stick a camera on the front somewhere. Yeah, keep shoveling, invisible firemen, because we're going to go like the clappers out of here. Last station before home. Last station before a beer. Going to go fanging it. Might have to explore a little here, though, because we did pop in a little early. Some milk churns. They look like they could even be real posters, don't they? The days before they worried about licensing. Don't really see these around much anymore. The gasometer. Not many left at all. train is too long for the platforms. And I think it thinks I went through the signal. Even though I clearly haven't, but it thinks I have. That's okay. Almost time to go. You've had a couple of shout-outs, Christopher Honeywell. And we're going to pretend it's okay to run through this signal. What's this little beast coming? Ooh, 2 panniers. Going flat stick. Good to see. Not bad. I have actually got one. Let me have a look. That was shot from the front of the Garrett looking backwards. You say a lot, don't you? Say hi a lot, don't you, Christopher? Green on the signal. As we roll into what I think is our last stop. Oh, good. He's changing tracks. I was concerned momentarily there. It's okay, Christopher. Alright. Pretty sure this is our last stop. It certainly is. So that'll be it for the stream for this evening. Thank you very much for joining in, folks. It's been a pleasure chatting with people, even Christopher. We've got trains in all the platforms. We've got a couple of nice passenger units. Nice little goods set down here, which appears to be leaving, so let's go and take advantage of that. A couple of double headers. There we go, that's it. So, enjoy yourselves, folks. It's been a pleasure doing something a little bit different. We've played that one before, clearly, but doing something just a little bit different back in Train Sim Classic for a little while. I just thought it'd be nice to have some steam, and then I thought, we haven't done post office trains before, and I thought, why not do some post office trains? People might like it. Alrighty, enjoy yourselves, and yes, we should be a Preston Cruise stream on Wednesday, probably. No, haven't heard yet. I haven't got it. So unless there's something in my email that I haven't seen, we'll see what happens, because DTG won't get it to me for another 24 hours or so. So we'll see, won't we? Alrighty, have fun, folks. Enjoy yourselves, and we shall see you later on. Bye now. And I'll let people know about what's happening with the other streams. We'll see. Alrighty, bye.